Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the official ARK podcast number 295. My name's Coach Mistletoe, and I'm here live with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Mr. Atlas. Please take it away, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Coach Mistletoe. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. This is number 295, just 5 short of hitting the 300 podcast milestone. Today's Tuesday, August 22nd. Guys, a fantastic, phenomenal day. Great news, great meetings, so much hype, so much FOMO, so much work that continues here. I know that some folks, they might get distracted. We understand that some folks, they might waver. They might think the grass is greener on the other side or some other project. We understand a short attention span of a lot of people in this space. But when it comes to the team, the core team, the folks here are working day in, day out, Saturday, Sunday, no days off. And it's a lot more than 295 days, I can tell you that. We're laser focused. Every day we're more dedicated. Every day we're more motivated. Because we're part of the creation. As we do the work and we start to see how everything comes together, the meaning it has for the future of this project, for the great investors, the community, the hopes and dreams of so many folks that have tapped into the ARK. They might have abandoned ship, but this will always be a home. We will always honor, we will always take care of those folks. And we'll be ready to receive them with open arms when the time is right. And we're not one to say, we told you so. But there's going to be a time when we'll tell you, hey guys, we told you so. Because what we have cooking is going to set ablaze the space. We say zero ponzonomics. We're going to have conversations here, the likes you really haven't had in the space. We're going to be able to, measure, have conversations, and really almost do a battle of the projects. And I think we could knock them out with the first 1-2 punch, jab move combination. Because it's solid, folks. We've from the beginning have told you we came here to build utility. That's what we're doing. That's what we're delivering. That's what you're witnessing. And every day, we're seeing things move in the right direction. Mr. Z is going to be talking about PayPal with the trilogy of their services. You're allowed to buy, sell, send, and spend your crypto in PayPal. The largest payment company on the planet. It's prime time, folks. It's happening. Brahmas are walking around with their PayPal apps. They're having their Satoshis. You're going to be able to spend it. James at the water cooler. People all over the world. I don't know when, but I could foresee a future where maybe half of Wall Street over in downtown New York City gets named Crypto Street, Satoshi Street, because it is mainstream. This past 6 months, there's been so much FUD happening in the crypto space, but at the same time, we've seen the big players starting to show their hands. Now, don't get it twisted. Do not think that I'm telling you to go out FOMO and this is it. You're going to miss out. You have to FOMO into purchasing all these cryptos. If you're somebody who attends these podcasts and you listen to the DeFi sessions and we analyze, we look at these charts, we've told you the worst is not over. What I'm highlighting is who was getting involved. The big players, those institutions. What we've always wanted the adoption on a mass scale, on a mass level of cryptocurrencies. And it's happening here right before our very eyes. And we're proud, we're honored to be a contender, to compete in the space of offering utility, offering the AIR card, the Terra card. Then we're going to our decentralized VPN, our encrypted email, password storage, offering decentralized solutions to the masses out there. So there's no better place that we want to be for the folks that are still interested. You're going to have a lot of opportunities. And if you want to continue to work and invest with a team that is reliable, transparent, always here every single day, number 295, then folks, happy days are definitely ahead. Let's turn it over to Mr. Brett Nordine for some updates.
How are you doing?
Very good, sir. Pumped up. I'd love to see these huge announcements from these, the stable coin came out from PayPal, but no, that's not all. Now you can also spend your crypto. Bring it to the cryptocurrency hub. I can't wait till we get to the article with Mr. Z. It is exciting. I remember 7 years ago, or maybe even longer, having Bank of America, shut down accounts of mine because I was buying crypto. I mean,
yep. Well, and this is how we get mass adoption. I mean, unfortunately, people want some level of centralization. We live in this, utopia, idealistic mindset that decentralization is the way. Well, back-end decentralization through DLT or distributed ledger technology is completely different from the front end, where users are using it to pay and to transfer money to friends and things like that. When you're moving big amounts of money, you don't want to necessarily, well, if you're a company or even an individual and you're moving, a couple $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, you're buying a house, whatever it might be, you don't necessarily want to rely 100% on decentralization. It sounds good in theory, but if you make a mistake, one number in the wallet off, or the wrong chain, or whatever it might be, your money's gone. And so I think the average person out there understands that they like the idea of the decentralization from a privacy standpoint, from a just continuity standpoint, always having data available, always having your money available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's all amazing. And money moving at the speed of light. But at the end of the day, if you can't trust the transaction because you might make a mistake or the system might make a mistake, whatever it is, then you're not going to adopt that currency. You're not going to adopt that transaction method. So yeah, that's a huge breakthrough. And I have a corporate PayPal account. I might kind of restart that back up. I haven't used it in a long time. I do use it to make payments, but not necessarily receive payments. And I know that other platforms like QuickBooks and things like that, they're just so expensive, and the transaction fees and costs. So it's a definite, potentially a huge game changer and a huge cost savings for small business owners, the gig economy, all of those people. I can see jumping on PayPal for sure. E-commerce, was born with PayPal. So yeah, good for them. And I think this is how we get mass adoption. We have to bridge over between Web 2 and Web 3, and that's what we're doing. With Arc Lite, we understand that the users want the decentralization aspects, but at the end of the day, from a usage standpoint, they're familiar and comfortable with Web 2.0. That's where you come in with the customer service. You can handle issues, disputes, problems that do happen, and common mistakes and things that you have to be able to overcome as a business. So there's two sides of it, and we're going to probably land somewhere in the middle, is my guess, to get everybody on board and using cryptocurrency. So yeah, it's great to see. Kind of a segue into, I'll just start with the privacy solutions. We had a great meeting. We have our weekly meeting every Tuesday with our dev team for the privacy group, the privacy products, and went really well. We're really happy with the way that they're managing things. We have a dedicated project manager. We have a team of technology experts in this field, people that are architecting and putting things together. And I'm just really excited and super confident with what they put together and how they're approaching the problem at hand, tying all these different applications together, which is no small feat. But I think we have a great path that we're walking down, and we're going to have a wonderful, I think, application at the end of the day. Obviously, we have our front end team, Alex, and then we have also our designer that designed the mobile app and everything. So we're definitely going to make it an ARK product at the end of the day. And the dev team that's working on that is handling the back end mainly, but also bridging the gap between our front end team and the back end technology stack. So yeah, that's going really well. And we had a couple breakthroughs today. So I'm really happy and confident, and seeing things materialize is wonderful. That's going to be a huge platform. We've looked at a couple other sort of private email services similar to Proton Mail, which is the market we're really going after. You know, this end-to-end encryption, and you have the key, and the data is completely decentralized and secured across the world. We've seen other applications within the last 12 months gain over 1 million users. So it gives you an idea of cross-promotional opportunities for our products, bringing people into crypto, bridging the gap from Web 2 to Web 3, all those things we talk about. It's real utility, real subscription model. So the revenue opportunity is huge. Obviously, we have development time ahead of us. So it's important that we get these crypto banking products out there and start generating revenue with those. We had Alex on before the pod to give us kind of his update from a development standpoint on TerraCard. He said that he's got over 3,500 lines of code already for Terra. So it's a huge integration project for him. And Mr. Green's also involved. A few things left for Mr. Green to tie some contracts in the back end together, because we are dealing with crypto and loading these cards and sending crypto to the bank where they convert them into currency that you can spend on the card, obviously. Yeah, it's a complex project. Things are looking amazing. We have cards arriving, the metal cards arriving at the printer tomorrow. A bit of alpha that Alex shared with me before the podcast was out of the box. So out of the gates, we'll be able to offer multiple cards for Terra. So you could purchase one for your spouse, for your kid, whatever it might be, for your grandmother. So you're not going to be limited to one card per account. And these are all going to be managed through the card manager, which I think we've shown off a couple times. But basically, you'll have all of your cards in one spot. You'll have air cards, Terra cards. So you have multiple Terras, multiple airs. You can manage them on one dashboard, which is really slick and cool. And yeah, and that's a little piece of new information on that. On the Arc Lite side, I'm just going through. Right now we're just testing the whole system. We've obviously had the yield engine in place for a while. We have the backend database in test mode and developed, as well as the entire UI. The final design has not been applied, but we have all of the templates and things in place so we can test functionality. I'm sending screenshots to the dev team, getting them to update words and where stuff is and buttons and moving stuff around. So we're in that phase, nearing, we're well past the midway point, I would say, in developing that entire product. But we'll keep at it, and we want to get that available sooner than later, because that's going to be a huge part of our growth and introducing these other products. Atlas also dropped some alpha about a major influencer who has a trading community that's interested in TerraCard. And so you can see how these synergies will work with these groups that are outside of our traditional degen space, coming over for the utilities and then learning about the opportunities we have on the yield side. So yeah, lots to unpack there, I'm sure, but yeah, great progress on all fronts and getting closer on Terra. So I'm looking forward to get some samples of those metal cards and showing off how cool they look and getting some hype going for it.
Yes, sir. Major hype. We're excited. We're excited and motivated and doing what we love to do. Build really, really cool shit that people are amazed whenever they hear about it and they use it. They're like, how is this possible? You guys are killing the game. Sheesh. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the shorts. This is going to be our last shorts, folks, at least until further notice. And I think our last all aboard until further notice, because we're restructuring the whole system, getting ready for quant. So stay tuned for that. So Coach Mistletoe, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Oh, I'm muted. Thank you, sir. We got some amazing shorts here on board the ARK for today. Let's take a look at what we got. Yesterday we found yesterday's winner, but of course we got another batch of 3. And the first one is from Delilah 7 Venge. And Atlas, we do have 3 more shorts for tomorrow. Are we still okay with showing those?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, perfect. All right, so let me pull it up. No man left behind. Got some awesome shorts to share. This is the shorts contest. The last leg of the race. We got a few more left, and then we're closing it up, just like Atlas said, doing a restructure. But of course, we still got to give away some more free crypto. So this is I don't know how to say Delilah 7 Venge. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but
Full name.
I believe this is the first short, I think. So let's take a look at what they got in store for us today. Can you guys hear anything? I don't know if there's sound on this one.
No, I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything either. Well, this is Delilah's short. The bear.
It's like the Charlie Chaplin movies without sound.
Exactly. Silent movie.
Going on. Yeah,
all right. Awesome entry there. Next up, we got Jashawn in the house with another short. I don't think this is not the pine-sized dad. So he's taking another swing. No, I guess not. I guess
size. Okay. Well,
he's got some more creative stuff under the sleeve. So let's take a look.
He's like Netflix. He's putting out different series, right?
They have hundreds of different series. So let's take a look at what Jashawn's got in store. He's an amazing content creator here on board the ARK, and I'm pretty sure he actually started making content just for the ARK. So keep it up, Jashawn. You've got an amazing radio voice. You create great content. I know you'll go very far if you keep up your YouTube journey. So let's take a look at what Jashawn's got in store. Oh, that's cool. I'm pretty sure he was playing around with the AI imagery for that one. That looks like it's on the ARK. The balloons.
The floating ARK.
Yes, in the jungle.
Woo!
Let's go.
I think I saw
awesome.
Like a frog just slide on over, jump off the ARK into a tree. Into a tree.
Yes. Gotta collect all the animals. 2 by 2,
Let's
right?
Go. 2 by 2. That's right.
All right. And last up we got Ivan Ragozino. I believe this is his second short, maybe third. And I don't think he's got a win under the belt. So we'll see who takes home the victory tomorrow with $50 worth of ARK. But let's take a look at what they got in store for us. Ivan Ragozino. No sound on this one either. It's not me. But there we are. Create some funny little gifts and get in board on the shorts contest.
For $50? No no sound? Hey,
he's even saying take my money in the bottom right.
Well, he's taking our money. He's trying to take our money. Sheesh.
Maybe he's going for the Maybe he's going for the views, just racking up views. Just I guess it's a shorter one. But great work, everyone, on the shorts contest. Okay. That is all of our entries for today. Oops.
Sheesh.
And there we go. And so, yeah, make sure you go vote for your favorite short. They're all posted over in the contest and giveaway topic, in the announcements channel, in the main chat. So if you missed them, go check them out. They're all posted there, and go cast your vote for your favorite one. So now let's go over to the All Aboard giveaway, more free crypto before we do a restructure. And we'll see who the last winner is. All right. So I don't need to give much of an introduction since we are changing it up. So let's find our last winner for the old sweep widget until we revamp it up, change it up, get some more content on there. So without further ado, let's spin this wheel, find our lucky winner, and good luck, everyone. Ivan's taking home a prize regardless. He entered in the shorts contest, but he won $50 worth of ARK over on the ARK. Pay center. So thank you everyone that has participated in all of the all the boards sessions, all of the shorts contests. It's been an amazing contest. So let's turn it back to you, Atlas, and give away some more free crypto.
Oh yeah. And that continues. The Sparky. The Sparky is so important.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and bring the Sparky here center stage where it always belongs. And I think you'll be able to see it. Can you tell me how much is on the Sparky?
We got 880 ARK. Let's go. It's been keeping up on the 800 to 900, so it's still pretty good price. A quarter of a match.
That's right, sir. So without further ado, is Brandon there?
I was going to say, we got a special song today, don't we?
We got a song for Mr. Brandon.
I'm here. Would not miss it.
He is all ears. Yeah.
What do you got?
That I thought might be interesting. Because we always talk about the good Anthony Fauci. And so let's play some music and see who wins.
Every night before I go to sleep, I speak to the man that rules above. He helps get me through these trying times. He guides my way and gets me through the mud. As a mortal man, I put my life in your hands, cause I know you'll do everything to steer me straight. And because of that, a lot of people tell me that I'm wrong, and they act like they're right, but it's clear they ain't. They smear your name, but I fear your reign. Some folks don't know how much you sacrifice, and when judgment day comes, they're gonna be sorry, cause they're all gonna have to pay a massive price. But I won't, cause I live for you, no matter how many of my peers doubt me. Every breath I take and every step I make is in your name. That'll never change. Dear Fauci, Easter is coming up. Do you think that I could spend it with my loved ones? Maybe open up the window, let the wind blow. Maybe circulate the air, mix it up some. No, I was kidding too. It's just a little joke. I would never disapprove. I already put the chair 6 feet apart and cut a little hole in my mask big enough to get my spoon through. Yup. Yes, my lord. Vaccine cards are gonna get checked at the door. I don't care if my brother, my father, my mother doesn't have it. If they don't, they can go next door. They're not welcome at my table. I don't care if you already had it. There ain't nothing you can tell me. This is fatal. I ain't buying into the junk that Trump sold you. Chumps, fuck your narrative. I'm not gonna help you with your fable. Trying to keep my health stable. They don't even have their booster shots. They're my family and I love them to death, but they're gonna kill me if I let them in. Should I do it or not? And my friend keeps trying to convince me that he's fine cause he's been vaccinated, but it isn't the same. He only got 2 shots. That was 6 months ago. You gotta get free. Now the definition has changed. He better stop bitching cause he might need 4. Maybe every quarter of the year there might be more. Why would you ask questions at a time like this? I mean, I could loot a Nike store. Always talking about natural immunity, vitamin C and capsules of glutamine, water and exercise, going to the gym and eating healthy, zinc and potassium. Ooh, he probably loves Joe Rogan, and that's why his views are inapt. I mean, fucking immune systems? How stupid is that? When have we ever relied on those? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. What? Before 2020? Don't be a dummy. You know that was such a long time ago. This is more than the flu, misfortune and doom. This is apples and oranges, a fork and a spoon. Just 2 different things that you can't even compare. And if you want to go there, you're a moron if you do. Idiot. Probably doesn't watch the news. He probably does his own research. He's a doctor too. Thinks critically, informs an opinion to the best of his advantage. I mean, I can't even talk to you. Have you not seen the SNL skits? Rest in hell. Piece of shit, don't even go there. I know you've heard the songs with Stephen Colbert. I know you've seen all of those vaccine musicals on the late night shows. How could you not? And if you don't believe those, I don't think that's what Fauci would want, huh? Nah, fuck the AIDS pandemic. That was way back in the 80s, man, forget it. I don't care that you got everything wrong back then, too. This is like way damn different. I'm willing to give you a second chance and a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Man, I don't like to get into the technical shit. Just tell me how many more injections to get. Gain of function. That's just Republicans saying some dumb shit. I don't count that, fuck it. It's not about how many mistakes you make. It's when you make a mistake and how you bounce back from it. And you're real fucking good at that. There's so many things that have come to light. You could probably do something horrible like kill a dog and nobody would even... Oh, right. I don't mind if you butchered beagles. You can murder my grandma. I wouldn't look at it as evil as long as one of them doesn't do it with their careless actions. Massless, ruthless people. It's like folks don't believe in you anymore. All the faith and the trust is gone. I don't care that you put hounds 6 feet deep in the ground. I always root for the underdog. All right, I'm done fucking around. Insanity is doing the same thing again and again and then expecting a different result. That's not the exact definition of the word. It was Einstein's, but it makes sense, so it holds. Look, if I was your fitness coach and I was giving you routines to get to your goals, but you kept getting fatter and you weren't getting thinner, would you keep paying for me to assist you? No. Or better yet, what if I was your physician and you came to me with a sickness and I'm supposed to fix it and I gave you a bunch of prescriptions and they didn't work over the course of 2 years? Would you find someone different? I think there's a good chance you would, and if you wouldn't, guess what? It's your choice, and that's the good thing about living in America, at least until now, you had a voice. This has been a pain in the ass for everybody. It's really been a bitch from the start. But how many times you gotta get fucked before you realize you don't have your best interests at heart?
I love that.
Let's get this crypto.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Amazing.
Coochie. Did it catch you off guard? He was praying.
Oh man, that was so awesome. I love that. I was cracking up the whole time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Talented dude too, man. Talented dude. Holy crap. I can't rap like that.
Well, we can always try. We can always try. All right. So, folks, we have today's lucky winner. Their wallet ends in EC18. They've won 799.73 ARK, and they are a first-time winner. Let's give them a round of applause. Come on. You know how long I've been waiting? Sheesh. Seems like forever until the day you win. Then it wasn't a matter of if or when. It just happened, and I'm happy. I got my Nitro Boost. Sheesh. Fantastic. And, of course, the MVP, all they got to do is make a move. Checkmate it all the way. You got 24 hours to be at the top of the list. And that goes to 0899. A gains, my friend. The gains, they're making some gains. Those gains are 88. What?
I was going to say, that guy's on fire. I think it's actually been 3 times in a row, that wallet.
It very well could be. We're going to call him Mr. Gains. The Gains. He wins the gains. A little play of the words there. 88.86 ARK. That Nitro Boost right to the vault. Sheesh, it feels good. NDV through the roof. 2% a day, all day, every day. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have our very own crypto DeFi expert, Mr. Z, in the house. How are you, sir?
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope everyone's well.
Oh, no, it's still Tuesday here. You're just ahead.
Hey, Tuesday. And I know it seems like a long week.
We're don't sell us short. Don't hurry up this time. We're basking in this in the spotlight, right, of the world stage where PayPal has all the spotlights on it because now we've learned a new word today, the tetralogy, the 4 winning formulas. Buy, sell, spend, send. Sheesh, my friends. Let's get this crypto.
Yeah, let's get this crypto. Baby.
Oh, god damn! Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
Awesome. Hope everyone can see my screen. If you can't, just let me know. You should be able to see my screen. Amazing. Yeah, we with the Bitcoin chart, we finally tapped into 25K, and we're staying at 25K. I think we're going to stay here for a little bit. The way the charts are showing up, we had these levels lined up back in May, and as you can see in May, we stayed in a sideways movement for a little bit into June. So expect a bit of sideways movement, and then we see if we tap into these lower levels here, because it seems that's where the charts are going. Now, this is still not a good floor to buy to be buying crypto. I had a few sort of DMs this week saying, is this the right floor to buy crypto? At this point, you have a bunch to go through. And I think this is the time where we sort of hodl, wait for the next pullback. And when we're in crypto, we have to look into utility. We have to see how much can Bitcoin bear. And that's when we look into adoption.
Larry Fink is buying here, Mr. Z. If Larry Fink is buying, I'm buying, right?
Oh, yeah. The last time we were at this floor, we had, I think, MicroStrategies were one of the biggest buyers. So when we were in, you could say, around this time in March, April, Larry Fink, I would say, is buying, but they're waiting for the big buys here. I think these are the buys where MicroStrategies really bought at 21, at 25. So yeah, this is a good place to saddle on some Bitcoin. But crypto overall, like would I buy some AVAX or Matic or Solana or any DeFi stuff? I'd wait a little bit because there's still a bumpy ride to go. But yeah, so we're at 25K here. And these are those sort of like movements where you have to see the markets bring in utility. And currently we're seeing some Bitcoin utility come to us, and some ambitious projects. So I was looking into one project which is called Nodal. So Nodal are like building a really cool thing where the title reads, Bitcoin mining startup raises $13 million to turn trash into BTC. Bitcoin mining helps make use of stranded energy when it can easily be sold back to the grid, according to Nodal co-founder. So they found a way to extract energy from, as they said, rubbish. And they're looking to bring that energy back into the ecosystem. And a big way that they want to use its utility is by Bitcoin mining. So Bitcoin mining is a secondary tool we use when grid economics aren't as favorable. We currently only do Bitcoin mining in our data centers. So this is how they are generating their energy. And we want to see more tech companies do similar things, or if they're not doing similar things, they should be in ETFs and indices that are within this sort of like valve of investments and sort of utility. So probably noteworthy that our largest facility is the smallest Bitcoin deployment, because a majority of the time we dispatch electricity to the grid instead of using it ourselves. So they're using a small increment of their current, you can say, energy source into mining. They have many different utilities. So these are the kind of projects that will bring utility. We talked about PayPal. We talked about many different ways where customers can bring, but energy efficiency is a good way to look into it. So that's one way that utility can be built. Another thing that crypto kind of misses out on is the simplicity that you can say Web 2.0 currently has. So it's pretty easy to sign into things. As you say, you just have to use your Facebook or Google ID or your Face ID or a PIN system, and you're usually into your accounts, into your gaming accounts, and that's something that crypto kind of needs more sort of utility around. So this is pretty cool that Phantom has brought in sign-in with Solana wallet authentication. So Phantom said it collaborated with Solana Labs to make the method compatible with Solana's wallet standards, while also providing support to others within the ecosystem. So basically, Solana created this thing called the sign-in method, and they're making it open source. And that's what DeFi is about. DeFi is about making things open source where other mainnets and other, you can say, partners can use that sort of software, use that code. And this is something that that basically ENS sort of touched with Ethereum. So you have the Ethereum naming service. So I can have z33.eth as a easy way for a person to transfer to me. So domains are one way, but signing with Solana is going to be a game changer when it comes to bringing gamers, bringing customers into the DeFi ecosystem. So that was one utility I was looking into. Now, the other thing that's really important, this is something that we didn't have enough in Web 2.0, and that's where you can say technology gets open sourced. If you guys know about companies like your Apples, your Googles, your Microsofts, they tend to keep their code pretty tightened. And that's the opposite what we see with sort of roll-ups. So roll-up technologies are the way Ethereum is going to bring in bigger utility. So today's Starknet, powered by Starkware, moves to open source its provers. Moving one step closer further along the decentralized spectrum, Starkware opens up what they called the magic wand. They call it the magic wand. We call it open source code. And it's something that I can go into a bit of detail here, but I'll just read quotes here because it's pretty complex. But open sourcing the Starknet provers will allow more eyes to review the code, improve its quality, help detect bugs, and provide transparency. That's how code really gets further up, and you have many different utilities when you have it open source and you have a bunch of different minds. Software engineers, mechanical engineers, you have a lot of different individuals that see utility. And we can use sort of staking, we can use proofs, we can use ZK rollups in a really unique way. And this is how Ethereum open sources into real utility. So that was another way that I found pretty beneficial. Like you can't do this stuff in Web 2.0. Unless you work for a company or you're contracted to a Google or Microsoft. Now, on the opposite side of things, you can say a bit of sort of like Bitcoin was seen in a different way in China. So we had the first sort of you can say arrest and a life imprisonment for Bitcoin mining case sort of conclude. So this individual, Zhao Yi, was using his operations to mine through, as you can see here, 160,000 Bitcoin mining machines, and he got so apparently he's got fined because he was using almost, they say, 10% of the cities of Fozu's electricity consumption. So that's one of the main reasons why he's really pleaded guilty, and so he's pleaded guilty, and in China they also repented, actively returned the stolen funds, and all bribes and their profits have been seized. So that's the latest that we have from there. Now, what else did I have to talk about here? We had Friendtech. This is not as relevant as we wanted to talk about, but we have one more thing to look into. This is one of the main reasons why we need crypto, and we need its utility, and we need its sort of limited circulating supply, because this I found pretty fascinating. If you guys look into Zimbabwe, so if you guys can see my screen here, Mr. Todd, are you able to see the screen? Just double check with you. No worries. Brilliant. So this is
sorry.
Okay, no worries. So this is the first $100 trillion Zimbabwe note, and this is where, yeah. And
when are they coming out with the tetrajillion version?
Tetrajillion. So many zeros. This is where our world is right now. This is freaking amazing. This is we're not far off it in dollar form or pound form or euros or yuan. this is what we see. This is where we're going to if we keep mass printing. You end up with a trillion zeros. So $100 trillion is where society currently is, and they have to reset all of this. And yeah, like even this is not worth as much. I think if you convert this is $100. So this is where society is. So this is why, as when we have sideways movement, this is why we look into the sort of world economies. We see where centralization is built, and we're looking at inflation. This is its main use case right now. It's an inflation of many different economies, and a lot of the developing world owes a lot to this economy, and I think crypto can kind of reverse these zeros here.
See, do we know how many of these you need to buy a latte macchiato at Starbucks, Zimbabwe?
You would need, I think, 20 trillion to buy your macchiato.
20 of these to get the macchiato. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's where society is right now. So that's why we need crypto to really show its adoption in a big way, and have a lower supply, and bring in the gold standard that way. I want to see a lot of utility when it comes to gold. So we'll talk about that very, very soon. But hope you guys found that useful. All my links are all in the DeFi links. So if you go into the DeFi link session in the official ARK Discord, you'll find that I post them all here. That concludes my podcast.
If you have $1,000, then you are a quintillionaire in Zimbabwe.
You are.
That's crazy. Wow.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, that's madness.
So yeah, I hope you guys found it helpful.
They'll sell you the Zimbabwe bridge, the bridge to Babylon, for 1,000 US. Let's go. Another fantastic DeFi sessions from our very own crypto DeFi expert, Mr. Z. Thank you, sir. Round of applause, everybody. Just because Larry Fink is buying the dip doesn't mean that you should. Be careful, folks. Don't believe everything you hear or read. A lot of the stuff is meant to get you feeling a certain type of way. The worst isn't over. And the best is just getting started here on the ARK, folks. We're to finish the podcast and stay around for a quick Q&A. Make sure everyone has their questions answered. And we're going to be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC. We wish you all a fantastic rest of your day, morning, evening. Z's over there in Asia. He's already doing his Wednesday routine. That's fantastic. So we'll see you all tomorrow.